Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Coding 101. In today's episode of Coding 101, we're talking about the largest numbers. So we are going to write a function or a method that when given an array computes the largest number within that array and returns it back to you. So we're just going to get into it. First thing is first, what we're going to do is that we're going to create a variable and we're going to call it largest, and we're going to use this to store the largest number. But first we're going to assume that that number is the first number in the array. Then we're going to just go through like a for loop, and we're going to keep checking whether or not our assumption is correct. And we're going to just do this. Just going to compute that, and I'm just going to do this and this. And then we're going to check if our assumption is correct by saying if r0, oh no, if ri rather is greater than largest, then what do? You make largest to be equal to ri. So this is just going to keep checking throughout every single item in the array to see if it's larger than any of the things that are put on that largest variable. So I feel like this should do it, and then let's not forget to edit this part and return the largest number. So this is just as simple as it looks. So what it basically does is that you create this largest, and you store it with an assumption that the first item in the array is the largest number, and then you create this conditional statement to check if your assumption is correct. If your assumption is not correct, that means you replace it with another number that is supposedly the largest of the entire array. If that number is not the largest, you make another number to be the largest, then ultimately you're going to find the largest number in the array. So we have an array here, we created an array, and we're going to use it to check if our method is correct. Of course, here the largest number is 7, so we expect that our function should give us 7 as the largest number, and there you go. And so let's try and test it with something else. Let's try and make all these numbers negatives, and if our method is correct, then what is the largest number in this array is -1. So our method should give us -1. And there you go. Now let's try and do it in Python. I'm using the Python idle over here. So let's just say def largest number. There you go. And you receive your array, and then you store your largest number. Assume that it's the first one. Pretty much the same thing, huh? Then for x in range, stuff from like 0. You can start from 1, I think, but it's okay. Start from 0 minus 1, and then increment with 1. And you say if x x I meant to say is greater than largest, then what do? Then largest becomes rx. Then that should do it. Then return largest. I feel like that should do it. All that's left is for us to create an array. Let's create a similar array. 3, 6, 7, 1. How about that? Okay. And we just test it. We're just gonna test it once. Then we put R over here. Oh my god, we capitalized. It's 7. So I feel like I don't need to test this further than I have already tested it, because it's pretty much the same thing. So this is how you do it in Python, this is how you do it in Java. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe and make sure you leave a comment on the comment section. I will repeat again, and I will say that if you have any exercise that you want me to do, you want me to tackle, if there's any question that you want me to tackle, I would be more than happy to do those exercises or those questions absolutely free, and nothing you need to pay, absolutely free. So make sure you leave a comment on the comment section and make sure you subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time on Coding 101.